Now, it will be up to the temper of the congressmen who initiate the consideration of the budget. And I hope that they will be conscientized. Because most of those that were taken off probably were, well, you call them insertions, but that's too simplistic. No, they have their own priorities which they could reflect into the legislative process. And that is what they did. They are within their rights to do that. But here comes now the president who says, where are now my legacy projects, my priority trusts? They have given them to the back burner. So that is what instigated the president to make cuts that did not reflect the concept in the proposed budget through the NEP.
And sir, if I may follow up, how do we intend to check that temper, considering, of course, Congress is dominated by allies of the president?
You know, we do not check except through veto because the enactment process is exclusive prerogative of Congress. Yung veto power of the president is the only way to check. Okay? That's post-enactment. But then we have this constitutional setup that when the president exercises his right of veto, the message could be transmitted to the Congress, to the lower house initially because that is the originating chamber of Congress, and they could have the override power. They could exercise that if they want to. But usually in a situation like this, I don't recall that an override has ever happened. No? You know, these two branches of government, the legislative and the executive, they work very well in coordination. And it's only when they are at loggerheads that you can expect a direct conflict. Pero your question is the theoretical, no? More in the abstract. So that's not easy to answer. Yes, checks and balances.
Alvin Baltasar, Radyo Pilipinas.
Good morning po, secretaries. Just to give us an idea, gaano po ba naging kabusisi si Pangulong Marcos doon sa budget proposal? Kabusisi, gaano niya talaga binantayan, hands-on, binantayan ni Pangulo yung budget proposal after na dumaan sa BICAM?
Maybe I will be the one to answer that.
Yes, sir.
I assume as Executive Secretary 3 months into his administration. And I have been here since then. No? That was last part of September 2022. Mabusisi si Presidente mula sa umpisa. I can give you that assurance that the President is very focused, very prudent, ILOCANO eh. And I am quite happy to make that note, no? to give that note, because he always says, what do we do with this? This is something that we cannot allow yet because we have lack of funds or etc. So that is what motivates him. Maybe people do not see how he works, but he works very much way into the night and early morning.
Follow up lang. Sorry po, Secretary.
Kamuntik na
Follow
kami
up lang po.
Christmas eh.
Secretary, follow up lang po. Doon po ba sa mga ibinito ng Pangulong Marcos, meron siyang personal siyang nakakita, pero meron din ba kayong nakita na mukhang kinakailangang ibito at nirekomenda niyo kay Pangulong Marcos?
Well, as the Chief Executive, he gives us the direction. He has his own way or means of saying this is excessive, this is not something we proposed, etc. But when he said that let's take out things that did not emanate from the NEP or that exceeded the NEP or that took away from the NEP many items, etc., and redirected them, well, we have to be guided by that kind of direction. So that is when the cabinet became very useful. yung sabi ni Secretary Bunuan just now, muntik nang hindi nagpasko. Ewan ko what he meant by that. But the cabinet and the president really acted together. You probably have seen the publications about how we how we went to work. The economic team, especially because these matters are money matters.
Samantalay ko na lang po kay Secretary Pangandaman. Secretary, pwede po bang paki-mention na lang po yung top 5 na mga government agencies na may pinakamataas na budget allocation for 2025?
Of course, yung education, public works, health, DSWD, DILG, DA, DOTR, Judiciary, Dole, and Justice.
Salamat po.
Before we close today's briefing, may we ask Executive Secretary BERSAMIN for a closing statement for the Filipino people.
Thank you for your questions. Wala namang softball yata na binato ninyo ngayon. Ano? Maraming salamat at nagkaroon tayo ng ganitong pagkakataon upang magkaunawaan sa ganitong bagay na napakamahalaga sa buhay ng ating bansa. Ang budget, the GAA, is always the most important bill that can be enacted by the Congress and that can be approved by the President. Kaya mahalaga sa kanya na hindi re-enacted ang ating budget sa darating na taon. Kasi malaki ang impact sa ating ekonomiya at ayaw niyang magkaroon ng loose momentum. Okay. So, itong mga tanong nyo, sana magkaroon sila ng impact sa taong bayan upang maintindihan nila or maunawaan ang nangyari ngayong araw na ito. Sa panawagan na ang budget natin ay isang budget na unconstitutional, nais ko pong sabihin sa inyong lahat na hindi po magkakaroon ng ganong pagkakataon na unconstitutional ang budget. This is the interplay between the Congress and the executive branch. Yung pagsasabi na unconstitutional ito, mangyayari lamang kung may maghahain ng demanda sa judiciary, the third branch of government. Pero sa karanasan ko bilang dating miyembro ng judiciary, mahirap pong dalhin sa Supreme Court ito kung in good faith pareho yung dalawang branches of government. Pero as I said in the beginning today, this morning, hindi natin mapipigilan kung mayroong mga quarters who would still like to be heard on this issue. But I hope they should not because that will again be distracting us. Tungkol sa PhilHealth, sinabi ng ating Pangulo kanina na walang mababawas na benepisyo kundi madadagdagan pa. At pinaliwanag ni Secretary Ralph Recto ngayon na ang PhilHealth ay maraming resources na maaari niyang gamitin sa pagpapalago na ang benepisyo para sa mga kababayan natin. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Ang inyong executive branch ay maingat at matipid. Hindi naman. ibang connotation ng matipid eh. Mabusisi sa paggamit ng ating resources. So, with that as the final say, I don't know if that is the final say, maganda ang darating na taon para sa atin dahil na-approve na yung ating budget. Happy New Year to all.
Thank you very much, Secretary BERSAMIN, Secretary Recto, Secretary Pangandaman, Secretary Balisacan, and Secretary Bonoan. That wraps our press briefing today. Thank you and